Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. Your host Ram. Welcome you on to your cricket show on the weekly cricket show, Cricket Happenings. First and foremost, wish you all a very happy and prosperous new year. And well, as far as today's cricket show goes, we will have a sneak peek at the year 2022 in world cricket, as we are coming to the end of this year, as you all know. So let's have a sneak peek at the world cricket in general to see what really went on in the cricketing world. First, I'm going to start off with England, and the reason being England, as you know, are holding two World Cups. They have won they are the champions of the White Ball World Cup now. They have become the first team to hold both White Ball World Cup titles at the same time, and that's a precious achievement. And also talking about England, one can say that they have a team which is absolutely transformed. It's all about baseball, cricket. As far as England is concerned, they have breathed absolute life into Test matches where they have challenged the opposition team, scoring lots of runs at a pretty brisk rate, and also not only that, also getting the outcomes on the matches. And now we are talking about this combination of the coach Brendan McCullum and Ben Stokes, the England captain. I mean, not put a foot wrong. And what a wonderful ride England have had. Not only about taking the World Cup, but also they just probably one match. I think they really had themselves absolutely rammed by Australia in Australia, but they have come up absolutely swinging. And after Ben Stokes has taken up the captaincy, we have seen the transformation. And Ben Stokes, I think he's an absolute boon. One was when he came into the England team, he was a sort of a mercurial all rounder, and now what he has done it with his captaincy. He showed it against Pakistan where I mean, going to Pakistan and drubbing Pakistan 3-0, giving them a real hiding, as one would call it. That was tremendous stuff, according to me. And not only that, and also let's talk about the bloke by the name Harris. I mean, what a player Harry Brooks. Sorry, Harry Brooks is turning out to be. He scored 3 centuries in the series against Pakistan, and I think he's one of the. For me, yes, he has already won a place in the Indian Premier League 2023, which was definitely expected. I was probably thinking that he would have been the best buy of IPL 2023, but yes, I definitely got it wrong when Sam Curran, the much improved all rounder, was among the mix, and he was the one who was the costliest buy, the costliest buy ever in Indian Premier League 2023. So England definitely have their flags flying in the year 2022, and as I said, they are really swinging hard right now, and that's a great feeling for England. As I said, England are in a different era right now. Now, and also Ben Stokes, another thing, not about probably he could not do much of the bat, but look at the way he has been leading the team. He has been ringing in the changes. He has been putting like fielding positions which has been unorthodox, and he has been getting the results, and that is what counts. And that is a tremendous win. 9 Test wins in 10. What else do you require? 9 Test wins in 10 matches for England in the year 2022, and they are still, I'm sure in 2023 we are going to hear a lot more about England. There's no doubt about it. If you look at their record, 15 tests, and they have won 9 tests, and especially under the reign of Ben Stokes, as I said, England have been going from strength to strength, and we are talking about baseball cricket here. Now, let's have a look at the other team, and we are talking about India. Well, India, it has not been, I wouldn't say it has been as hunky dory as what England would have been, England have done, because as you know, they had an early exit in the Asia Cup. They lost in the semi-finals of the T20 World Cup in Australia, and also more than most recently in the ODI series in Bangladesh. They lost against Bangladesh for the first time. Uh, and India, well, as far as Indian the selection is concerned, we are seeing a lot of changes. There's a new selection committee in place right now, and also India, I would say it has been a very mixed bag, but one big gain for India. Let me talk about it. Like as I told you, Harry Brook of England is someone is going to be a sort of a pivotal figure in world cricket. Let's talk about India. India, if you look at the record, they played 7 matches, they won four. So I says it's a mixed bag. It's an even Stevens thing. And another, the best thing about India, according to me, is the emergence of the player Surya Kumar Yadav. I mean, what a player! He has been termed as a 360-degree player in the mode of AB de Villiers, the former AB de Villiers, great AB de Villiers of South Africa. And well, he has proved it. He proved it in the World Cup. He has been proving it in other matches as well. And I think he is someone who has really, according to me, metamorphosed Indian cricket to such a level that this was the innovation to its maximum, as you would call it. And I think that is being provided by Surya Kumar Yadav. And Surya Kumar Yadav, I mean, he has been named the vice captain. As you know, he has been the deputy now to Hardik Pandya in the T20 version of things, where the Sri Lankans are coming home to India for the Indian cricket home cricket season starting, and that's a terrific feeling for a bloke like this. And I think it's a great thing that he has been rewarded with the vice captaincy for the series against Sri Lanka, and I'm expecting some great things from Surya Kumar Yadav. And as I said, he has been one bloke who has really, really transformed Indian cricket, according to me. And I think we are going to hear a lot about this bloke, Surya Kumar Yadav, in the future. Let's look at West Indies. Now, West Indies, it has been a sort of a very big sob story. I mean, you know, West Indies, how powerful they are, but it has been a debacle for them. They had to qualify for the World Cup. They failed in that. They could not, their failure to qualify for the Super 12s of the World Cup. Then some big names retired, like Kieron Pollard, a Mercurian all rounder and a former captain as well. So, West Indies, it has been, I think, a very drab run for them. They lost 2-1 to Ireland. They lost 3-0 to India and Bangladesh, and losing to Bangladesh, that was something that one would have not expected. But so their success rate has been pretty dismal, according to me, and also some changes have taken place. And if you look at their record, it really tells you the story. 7 matches played, 3 won, 2 lost, 2 drawn, and yes, it has not been a good year for West Indies. But yes, they are trying to get there, and one hopes that West Indies pull up their socks pretty quickly and start getting into that powerful mode again. As far as Bangladesh are concerned, I think this has been the best year in cricket for Bangladesh. So they are definitely on the mend. I mean, they are definitely won more matches compared to other years. So that really is a great feeling for Bangladesh. So Bangladesh had the best year in cricket, according to me. They beat New Zealand for the first time in a Test match. They beat South Africa in the ODI series, and also, as I said, they beat India when India went to Bangladesh recently, and also came very close to actually giving a fright to India in the first Test match in Dhaka. And for Bangladesh, the good thing has been, I think, the pace bowling department is getting well rounded, especially Alan Donald taking the reins of coaching the Bangladeshi bowlers. I think they are really, really coming together very well, according to me. And Liton Das is going to be. Let's talk about Mehdi Hasan Miraz. Now, Mehdi Hasan Miraz, he has got his maiden century against India. He was truly instrumental in Bangladesh actually registering that victory, one ODI series victory against India. And I mean, not only with the bat, with the ball, in the field, he has been a sort of a big package for Bangladesh. And Mehdi Hasan Miraz is turning out to be one sterling all-rounder for Bangladesh. And as a Liton Das, I'm sure is going to follow in the footsteps of greats like Shakib Al Hasan, Tamim Iqbal, and Mushfiqur Rahim, according to me. And I think there's lot of things coming with Liton Das. He's also become the captain as well. So Bangladesh it has been. But Bangladesh, yes, the one thing that Bangladesh wouldn't like to talk about is that they lost to Zimbabwe in ODI and T20 series for the first time in 9 years. And the record has not been something, if you look at the record, it really don't give I mean, the test matches, if you look at Bangladesh record, Bangladesh, the one thing that they have to do, yes, this was a very good cricket year for them. There's no doubt about it. But one thing that they have to do is they have to change their record in Test cricket, because they just had one solitary win in 10 Test matches and they lost 8 and drew 1. So that is something they need to really change very quickly. Afghanistan, well, they have been to me, they really rose to a rose to a full member status in cricket pretty quickly from an associate team. But they are making progress. But what I am looking at as far as Afghanistan is concerned, we need Afghanistan now to win a lot of matches, and that is not happening, and that is not something, because they have really grown very quickly into cricket as an associate nation. They really made a big jump, no doubt about it. And also, they have already qualified for the upcoming World Cup in India. So that's something which Afghanistan have always been doing. But what I'm looking at as far as Afghanistan is concerned is to go to the next level now. It is high time that Afghanistan start winning a lot of matches instead of what they have won right now. So that is one thing. And Afghanistan, well, I know that there have been a lot of changes in the Afghanistan lineup. That is something which has happened. That is something which normally goes on with any team. One thing, in the Asia Cup, they definitely beat Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. That was a good thing for them. And if you look at the ODIs, 12 played, they won 8, so that was a good record. T20s, 18 played, 8 won and lost 10. Zimbabwe, well, I thought Zimbabwe had their best year in cricket after quite a long time. I mean, we know how Zimbabwe have been riddled with lots of issues, but I think after Dave Houghton has really taken over as the coach there from Lalchan Rajput of India, I think there has been a lot of positives for Zimbabwe. Yes, they might have lost a lot of matches, probably also getting defeated to Afghanistan. But one thing is that Zimbabwe won the T20 World Cup qualifier. They scalped some big name. They beat Bangladesh in an ODI series. Let's have a look at their cricket or the World Cup record. T20 World Cup, they got into the Super 12, so that is a great feeling, no doubt about it. And Zimbabwe did not play any single test in 2022, and now they have 5 scheduled: 2 against West Indies, 1 against Ireland, and Afghanistan. And also, I would like to talk about one player in Zimbabwe. Sorry, for Zimbabwe, and we are talking about Sikandar Raza, the all-rounder. I mean, what a sort of what do you call tremendous improvement it has been. I mean, Sikandar Raza now is the most experienced person in the Zimbabwe team, and he has shown what experience means. He has matured into a really, really a wonderful cricketer. He has been winning matches. He has been coming in crisis times and winning matches with his own bat. And he's also his bowling is something which is a big supplement. And over and above that, his fielding too is a big asset. But Sikandar Raza, I mean, he has been the man of the year for Zimbabwe, Sikandar Raza. And he also, yes, and let's talk about Zimbabwe stunning Pakistan in the T20 World Cup. And that was something simply fabulous, according to me. So now let's get to another team here. We are talking about the United Arab Emirates. Just having a sneak peek at the United Arab Emirates. If you look at it, they did well. They did pretty well in their matches that they played. As far as UAE were concerned, they won the qualifying event in Oman as well, and it has been a sort of a stop-start for United Arab Emirates, I reckon. But if you look at the results for the United Arab Emirates, played 21 matches, 10 matches won, So you have a sort of an equal record, one could call. Oman, well, there have been, I mean, they had a lot of successes under the coach Dulip Mendes, no doubt. But unfortunately, I have to say that Oman did not have a good 2022. It has not been something to really, nothing to talk about as far as Oman cricket is concerned. Scotland, they really, really upset the apple cart of the West Indians in the T20 World Cup. That was the biggest moment for Scotland, no doubt about it. Scotland, that was the big, big fish for them. And also, other than that, the manner in which they got that victory was simply to really a sight to behold, no doubt about it. But yes, Callum McLeod, unfortunately, announcing his retirement when he was at his peak of his powers, one could call, which was very unfortunate. But that was it for Scotland. Well, right now I could only cover just talking about Australia. Australia, well, they had the first half of 2022 was tough for them, but the second half of 2022, they really took over, and yeah, they really, they started really, pulling up their socks pretty quickly, and right now they are doing very well. As you know, they have already hit South Africa hard. They've already won two test matches. Even the Boxing Day test was won as well. So they are looking bright and good, no doubt about it. New Zealand, for that matter, they probably, I wouldn't say that 2022 has been so good for New Zealand as they did in 2021, because they came to the finals to take on India in the WTC, the World Test Championship. But now this time, I probably feel it is going to be a stiff ask for them. But New Zealand, well, they Ross Taylor has retired for New Zealand cricket. And other than that, yes, New Zealand cricket definitely, we are seeing a lot of talent, but they have been having a lot of injuries. And I think New Zealand definitely, there is a lot of emerging talent out of New Zealand. As far as South Africa are concerned, this has been a sort of re-emerging South Africa, one could call. One good thing that South Africa did is that when India went to South Africa, Dean Elgar's team went on to beat India in the Test series, and that was something big achievement. But against Australia, they have been struggling, and it has not been easy for them. They have to really work hard. They have a very sort of a gung ho captain by the name Dean Elgar, but as I said, this is a team which is basically restructuring right now. So there's a lot of young players, but we can really see the amount of talent that is flowering in South Africa right now. Kyle Verina, then we are talking about Sarah Lerby. We are talking about one of the players who could be a real draw cards in the future for South Africa, who probably could not play in the series against South Africa. Keegan Peterson, and some good bowlers as well. Marco Hansen is turning out to be a wonderful all-rounder. And I think they have a lot to look forward to in 2023. But as I said, it's a rebuilding process as far as South Africa is concerned. Uh, the Sri Lankans, they would be happy in 2022. They got a big, they got a big victory when they lifted the Asia Cup. Even you know, defeating India and Pakistan. And I think for Sri Lanka, they are also a very, very good unit, having lots of talent, no doubt about it. But it's a matter of just putting it out into the middle and translating into action. And that's what one is waiting for. Other than that, I think Pakistan, it has been a very tough year for Pakistan. I mean, they have been winning matches. Ramiz Raja, who had a cricket vision, real cricket vision, according to me, the former player, I thought Pakistan were really, really going well. But now the news that comes that Ramiz Raja is no longer the Pakistan Cricket Board. I mean, the Pakistan's PCB actually sacked Ramiz Raja. Then now they have, as an interim, they have provided Shaheen Shah Afridi, the boom boom player of the past, as the interim chief selector. But I thought Pakistan were in good hands when Ramesh Raja was at the helm. But now one has to see, because I always thought that Ramesh Raja had a nice cricketing vision. Now let's talking about Pakistan. We One thing. Let me just put the icing on the cake here for the year 2022 for India. Whatever be the case with India, India had one massive victory, and everyone knows what I'm talking about. We are talking about the World Cup victory that India had over Pakistan in at the MCG. And we all would remember that Virat Kohli came into form after a quite an absolute hiatus, one could call, but he came back into full bloom in that particular match when he scored a century. And well, that six that Virat Kohli hit of Asa Drav over long on will remain in memory for a long time. And so India, I think, in the year 2022, when beating Pakistan in a World Cup match, and was a sort of the biggest victory for India, I suppose, in 2022, because India and Pakistan don't play matches often because of their relations right now. But let me also talk about one interesting thing that has happened. Australia, as you know, India and Pakistan are not playing matches now. I'm really geared up, and I know the whole cricketing world, especially India and Pakistan fans, would be totally graying up in 2023. We'll have to really say thanks to Australia. Australia has volunteered to say that India and Pakistan can come and play the test matches in Australia. And that's something that I'm really wanting to see, that it gets translated into action, with both the Indian Cricket Board, and Pakistan Cricket Board coming to a sort of a consensus and saying that this is something which can happen. And look at what it can do. You know that MCG, when the India Pakistan match was played, it actually had a record attendance, and the amount of gate money the Australian cricket would have made out of that was phenomenal. So now the Australian Cricket Board has proposed that, and we are waiting for the outcome to see whether India and Pakistan can play test matches in Australia. With this being said, I know there's a lot of cricket events coming in 2023. We have the ODI World Cup, which is coming up in India in 2023, the flagship event of the year 2023. It starts in the month of October in India, and that is going to be a great World Cup. And other than that, this is as I said, it's a flagship event which is coming up. And other than that, I don't have anything else to share. As I said, this was a sort of a sneak peek at the year 2022 in the cricketing world. And Yeah, there's one more thing that happened. Ishan Kishan broke the existing record for the fastest double century in one day cricket, when he broke the universe boss record, Chris Gale's record, as far as the number of balls were concerned. So that was a big record in the year 2022, which happened recently when Ishan Kishan smashed the Bangladesh bowling to smithereens. Well, dear fans and subscribers, this being said, it's about time for me to end my cricket show on this note. Again, wishing you all a very happy new year, and let's look forward to abundance of cricket in the year 2023. And that's it. Thank you from my side.